Well, good afternoon again. Monday, the weekend's gone. Been a nice weekend, really, but I hope you're all staying in and staying safe. Things are sounding a bit better, I believe. Anyhow, just take care of yourselves. This one is called Snow and Ice. Well, we survived the siege. Yes, the snow, I mean. We thought we hadn't bad down here in Newland, but well, nothing to what they poor souls up country had. And I mean they'd had to live up Camborne and beyond. We had snow, sure enough, but what kept me isolated was a freezing cold wind, easterly it was, that froze up all the pavements. The roads were clear enough, buses running throughout, but what was the use of that if you were risking life and limb to get to the bus stops? Still, Alfred and me took what they call a window of opportunity and managed to get across the road and stock up with enough meat and veggies and that sort of thing so that we could sit it out. Brown cold it was, wasn't it? I'd done a bit of washing one day, hung it out under the linny to dry, and it froze like soldiers right away. Alfred went out to get a couple of logs for the fire and got scat round the ear hole with a leg of his own long underpants. Boy Michael come in with a bag of logs for us because he was afraid we were going to suffer from this here hypothermia. "Cuss on with it," I said to him. "We're real snug. Especially at night, we'd go bed with that duvet on us, 3 blankets and 2 hot water bottles. I've made plenty of licky broth and stew as well. Mind, there was one day when there had been enough sun to melt some of the ice, so we took another opportunity to go for a bit of walk. Well, I was beginning to feel like a kipper with Alfred sitting there by the fire all day smoking his dirty get pipe. So I decided that we needed fresh air in our lungs. So we went overlong towards the prom. We thought it'd be a bit more sheltered from the easterly wind if we went in along the lanes. We weren't doing very well until we come to a get patch of ice, and then we were debating whether to turn back or no. When I heard this little family coming along, I heard the mother saying to the children, "We must always help poor old souls like those 2 old people ahead of us." So when they come up to us and asked if they could help us over the ice, I felt as old as Methuselah. We were glad of a bit of help, and we thanked them very much. But when they was out of earsight, I garmed, "Poor old souls, I ain't going to be cold no more. We're going to make a revolution to get ourselves fit." "Don't you mean resolution?" Sarah Ann said, Alfred. "No," I said. "It would take a revolution to get you off your backside to exercise. No more sleeping by the fireside with the Western Morning News in the afternoons for you, my son. We're going to take a walk every day." "Oh," he grumbled. "I wonder you don't suggest that we go to that gym place over the harbour." "Don't be daft, Alfred," I said. You've got too big a belly, and I got a big behind to try to get into any of what they tight fit and legging things that they'd wear. Both of us to sag too much to be exposing ourselves. No, we'll take a walk as I decided. You can cut down on your baccy, and I'll cut down on the nicey. We might be elderly, but we're going to be fit." Alfred didn't look very happy, and I heard him muttering something like dictator. Like I said, we survived the snow, but we can't go for no walk day because it's henting down with rain and blowing a gale. So Alfred is sleeping under the Western Morning News. Seems like we're all back to normal again, doesn't it? This is a short little poem by a gentleman called Des Anigan from the Hale U3A. It just says, "You know who you are. You are the ones, the mothers, fathers, daughters, sons. You are the promise of the dawn, the sound of birdsong. You are the ones who'll turn the tide, restart the clocks, unlock the locks and raise the blinds. You are the ones who find the strength of legions in your mind. You are the ones in harm's way, the masters of our fate, the guardians at the gate. You are the ones who'll win the race. You are our saving grace." One more little poem now. This here one's by David Prowse. This one's called Drastic Measures. "Sorry, boy, I'm sick," said Jan. My bloomin' head is thumpin'. I suppose a man as old as me shouldn't go for bungee jumpin'. But it started out by accident, in Newlyn of all places. Coming home from pub, I missed the bridge, and hung there on my braces. Well, as I dangled up and down, I was feeling quite elated. 'Tis like as though your aches and pains are all elasticated. So the next weekend I tried again with a crane from Henry Deebles, but I bounced too high and went around the jib like wool round knitting needles. Course the boys all laughed till they were sore, so I said I'll bet a tenner. With a bit of practice through the week, I can do they cliffs up Zenner. Now, as you know, with all these things, 'tis down to preparation. So I took command of the setting up with the utmost calculation. And on the day the crowd was hushed. Then swoosh, and I was dropping on down, and all was well, until it came to stopping. I tell 'ee, boy, I hit that sand like a human armadillo, and tunnelled 30 feet or more, till bedrock formed a pillow. It was while me bones were being set, with my arms and legs in plaster, then I had the time to ruminate on the cause of my disaster. And then one day I worked it out. It was Europe's interference. Their weights and measures men it was, who dented my appearance. 'Cause I never have quite come to terms with these kilograms and litres. See, I measured up the cliff in yards, but they sold the rope in metres. Thank you very much.